Alright, y'all, hello and welcome back to a video about Volvo again. Now, this is one of the most fascinating cars that I really want. I'm keeping my eye out. I would love to purchase one. It'd be great for the channel, but of course, just I like older cars, and Volvos are a little more on the rare side here in the US, and they just seem like excellent machines. Very tough, and I think the designs are cool and all that. So we're going to look at some old Volvo commercials and advertisements. I think these are always fun. We've done this before with different categories and even some other car companies. And I think this should be awesome. These will be linked down below so you can check these whole things out uninterrupted. Yeah, let's jump into some old Volvo adverts. All right, we have an old Volvo.
Beautiful.
740, I think. What the hell? Oh, hell no. They're not lowering this truck onto the car, are they? I've seen only a couple Volvo commercials in the past. I think for more they're like industrial, like trucks. And they were awesome. Like Volvo really durability tests their stuff, and I love it. I think everyone loves to see stuff like that. They do this for the cars too. What are they thinking?
Not for Volvo. A Volvo has more designed-in strength than you probably ever felt you needed.
That's insane. That's awesome. This is what I love seeing. I did not expect this right off the rip. So yeah, it's probably going to be squatting a little bit, right? But I think the more impressive point, and I think what they're trying to prove here or trying to show, is that, you know, this heavy, big truck is resting on top of this car and literally on the roof, right? And it's not distributed on the hood or trunk, just on the roof. So therefore, this thing, you know, the passenger cabin where you literally sit is safe because, you know, should you roll over or something like that, right? If it can hold this truck, I think you're good to go. The A pillar, B pillar, C pillar, D pillars, right? They're doing their job. This thing is not crumpling under the pressure.
When it comes to safety.
Bravo. Volvo is awesome. They really are. They are so freaking cool, dude. They're just good looking cars too. I love the design. It's so unique. The famous grille with the diagonal stripes and the square emblem. Oh, they always had the I would say windshield wipers. They had the headlight wipers. I think that's so cool. And they had these like almost 40 years ago. How wild is that, right?
It'll hold 33 bags of groceries.
And they're practical,
a
yeah.
6-foot sofa. Or 8 very large dogs.
Yeah, those are a little more roomy than I thought. He literally fit a sofa in there?
A 6-foot sofa.
Holy crap.
Or 8 very large dogs. But best of all, this Volvo is designed to be so strong, it will also hold 6 Volvos.
Like, what the hell? I love it.
7 out of 10 Volvos ever made are still on the road.
Who needs a pickup truck when you could just get a Volvo? I want one.
She's waited months for tonight.
Mom, is that Jeff?
Hello, Jeff.
Mrs. Stewart? Mr. Stewart?
Jeff.
Hi.
Jeff, do me a favor, will you?
Take my Volvo.
Over the years, safety has been an obsession
Ooh, this is old school. Bad Storm.
with Volvo. Because of all the things that go into a Volvo, the ones we've always valued most are people.
Be careful.
The dad's like, yeah, Jeff, take my Volvo. Okay, I'm not messing around. You're not going to take my daughter out in that crap unless you're in a real car. Look at this.
Coils,
Just casually rallying in between the logs.
springs all the way around. Steel-belted radial tires.
God, those are such cool cars.
Spring struts
I love when they show test track stuff.
up front. Stabilizers, both front and rear. Rack and pinion steering. You ride in safety while you ride in comfort in a Volvo.
You know what's cool about Volvo from my perspective? you know, you have these unique cars, you have these great robust drivetrains, right? You have big 4 cylinders, 5 cylinders, right? I think they use inline 6s too in some cars, right? You know, you have all this fun culture around them. I mean, you can make power with these, you can boost them, all this fun stuff. But even like just the stock cars, which would be more what I'm into anyway, you know, it's just like this overbuilt, almost borderline. I'm sorry to compare it to a truck, but what I mean when I say that, it's truck-like. It's like a truck that's a car, in the sense that everything's overbuilt, everything's thick and strong, and the drivetrain is so like robust and probably overbuilt for what it is, and that's why these go such high miles or, you know, high kilometers, right? They can last years and decades and take so much abuse. That's what I love about them. I love cars like that. I'm more fascinated. You know, I love all different types of, you know, automotive things because I'm just like a lifelong car nerd, right? But I really do gravitate towards strong, durable, utilitarian cars. And that's what these older Volvos are, like totally like one of the best examples of that type of car. I'm more fascinated by this than I am like a modern Lamborghini. I don't know if that sounds weird, but that's how I am. I would rather have this. I would rather have like 3 of these. Or if someone said, do you want a Lamborghini or do you want 3 of these old Volvos, like different ones, different cool ones? I literally would pick the old Volvos. It's just, I don't know. This is how I am. I think these are awesome. And I love seeing these jump and do all like the crazy durability stuff and get beat up and stacking 6 Volvos on top of each other. It's just so cool.
The new Volvo Turbo. Road holding. Acceleration. Turbo power.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Safe, effortless motoring. Exclusive motoring with exclusive comfort. Volvo Turbo.
Man, they have some good ads. These are actually all pretty freaking awesome. I love how they're like ending in a shot of this thing airborne. That is so Volvo, right? Who does that?
This is the Volvo report on man's inhumanity to machine.
Is that an old Volvo? No, it's not, right? Looks like an old American
Boy,
car.
Are you Americans rotten to your cars?
Oh, this ought to be good.
May we suggest a Volvo?
Oh, wow. This is like aimed at the U.S. market. And old. Like way old. We're not talking 90s. We're talking like 60s, 70s.
Every 10 Volvos registered here in the last 11 years are still on the road. It's amazing. Simply amazing.
Oh my God, it's tougher than you are. I love how that's their American ad. Like, you guys are pretty rough. Just get a Volvo, okay? It'll hold up to your to your kind and your kind of lifestyle. Literally parallel parking, hitting every car around you. That is hilarious. Wow.
Guarantee exactly how long you can drive a Volvo before it quits on you. But we do know that 9 out of every 10 Volvos registered here in the last 11 years are still on the road.
That's
of course,
crazy.
So are a lot of other cars. But the Volvos are still being driven.
Damn, they were bold. Volvo lives. Dude, I love it. I mean, they had the drivetrains to back it up.
America is full of nice, rotten vacation spots. Nice to go to, rotten to get to. And you might never see them, unless you go in a car as tough as a Volvo.
Yeah, out west, some places are hard.
Buy a Volvo.
That's true.
Don't miss someplace nice just because it's a little hard to get to.
I'm not exactly sure about this one. I must have missed this. Clever.
The new Volvo models are on the road, developed and improved for comfort and safety. Both are standard features.
Who the hell's
So is
driving
our
that
dual
thing?
circuit triangular
Ooh.
brake system.
Hey, those hitchhikers, some people won't pick up many, but I guess those are the ones to get, right? Of course he would stop for them. That's an awesome sound, by the way.
By the way, we make trucks too.
Wow. I see why no one was driving. It was on a freaking car carrier, and it's a Volvo truck. That's hilarious. That was so smooth. So smooth, man. It looked like the car stopped to get him. It was actually a Volvo truck carrying a bunch of Volvos, and he gets to scoop up the pretty ladies and carry what looked to be a dozen or so Volvos.
We make trucks too.
Look at this one in the back. That is really cool looking. Right here. Wow.
Presenting the new Olympian, the epitome of understated elegance.
Cut, strike the girl, bring in the engineer.
This year, Olympian continues to stress engineering and the fine principles of...
Car makers are changing their tune. Instead of fluff, they're talking about things like disc brakes and strong bodies. They're trying to build the kind of car Volvo has built for years.
Damn.
Where were they when you needed them?
Oh, dude, Volvo, damn, they've been savage for a long time. Shots fired, huh? That's hilarious. Uh-oh, this dude doesn't have his passport. Look at that beautiful Volvo out there. Uh-oh, just gotta run it to him.
Whatever the circumstances, it's nice to know your wife is driving a safe car.
Yeah, that's true.
Attention please. There's immediately departure with SAS service SK957 to Copenhagen, Frankfurt,
To Copenhagen.
Zurich, Lisbon, receiver.
For husbands who really...
Oh my God, it's the freaking wife's passport. Dude, these are so freaking hilarious. Volvo's marketing team has always been incredible. These are old. We've seen a lot of different aged commercials here. Holy crap, these are awesome. All right, this one is copyrighted music. Let's look at a little bit of it. That's a nice one. This is like a 90s. I think it's a S90 or a 960. Damn, that thing is beautiful. This looks like more of a flagship sedan or like a executive one. Very luxurious. Look at, wow. Holy smokes, that is nice. For the 90s? Damn. All four windows were automatic up and down. That's crazy, dude. Look, I don't even know what half these buttons do. Programmable. Oh, that's cool. Damn, that's a nice car. Wow. Look at those seats. Damn, they're like reclining. Tons of room, too. I'll take one of these. Why not? That is awesome. Look at that. Wow. Look at all the seat positions, dude. This thing was, had to be one of the top cars of its time. And you're in a Volvo. It's durable and safe. And you get one that's luxurious, too. What a win. Okay, automatic sunshades. Wow, I've never even had a car with that. We have a Subaru, 2022 Subaru that has sunshades, but they're manual. You can pull them up and down. They're not automatic like that. And there's not one in the back. There's only one on the side windows and quarter windows. And this had this automatic sunshades in the 90s. What? Wow. What? There's a freaking cooler there? Oh, dude, this thing is awesome. It had plugins in the 90s? You could plug in printers? What the hell? No way. Yeah, that music's for sure gonna block the video. And it had its inline 6. Beautiful. What a beautiful motor. Oh. Damn, what a car. We have the Volvo Snow Race. This is crazy, dude. This is how I picture Volvos, though. Racing in the snow? Like, come on, that's so Sweden, isn't it? Look at that. And getting airborne, right? Dude, I love that they show this on their freaking marketing. Like, literally just jump in the damn thing. Who does that? Hear the song? Look at this thing's carving through the snow. That's wild. Wow, dude. Damn, this makes me want a Volvo so bad. I mean, it works. Marketing can work sometimes, right? I want an old Volvo like this so bad. I already did. But these might be some of the best automotive commercials I've ever seen, dude. They're all good. And they have the element of like the durability and crazy, like beating the crap out of the car that's fun to watch. And it just takes it. And then there's like this cleverness about him too. Look at this. What the hell is this? What am I watching? I love it. Like, this is freaking sick. And come on, how fun would this have been to film? I want to be one of the stunt drivers driving in the snow, right? This looks fun. God, these things just take it, man. Wow. This is ahead of its time, too. This has got to be what? Like early 90s, mid 90s at newest. I think it's like very well produced and, you know, like the stunts and the coordination. This is something like you would see on, you know, more of like a nowadays like social media, like the crazy stunt aspect, you know, like on Instagram or something, right? But this is literally 35 years ago or more. Volvo was doing this, right? In that aspect, you know, like the kind of cool factor with this commercial and, you know, the production that went into it, I think was a little bit ahead of its time. Very cool to see.
1 in 4 accidents are like this one. Fortunately, my car comes equipped with SIPs, Volvo's technologically advanced side impact protection system. Most cars these days have door bars. But this innovation goes much further. The energy of the crash is dispersed through special roof, door, and floor pillars, and the speed of the intrusion is actually reduced. Now, here's the clever bit. This unit is collapsing, so my seat can move away from the van and create a survival space.
Wow.
Volvo. A car you can believe in.
Wow, I got goosebumps, man. All right, why do I feel like these Volvos from 30 years ago, literally 30 years ago, are more advanced and engineered, you know, more engineered than like a brand new American car? I hate to say that, but like, wow, this is insane, dude. I'm going to cut it there. I think there's more I even had. I might do a part 2 to this. There's a lot of ads I found, and I'm freaking loving it. This is absolutely thoroughly entertaining. I hope you found it fun as well. Dude, I freaking love these old Volvos, and I had no idea these were going to be this cool and this fun. I always do like looking at different commercials from yesteryear and, of course, different countries as well. This really, they kind of hit it out of the park. This blew me away. This was way better than I anticipated. Volvo is awesome. You know I'm a fan. I think I got to get some Volvo merch in here somewhere. You know, I'm repping Audi, and I have all the other automotive stuff, but I need something Volvo in here, and so I got to fix that. Wow, that was cool. I appreciate you watching. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.